So the other day, I was looking through our Spotify statistics, listener statistics, which thank you guys so much. Like, the all-time streams on Spotify are at, like, 23,000.
That's crazy.
Like, that sets
my
an all-time,
God.
31,000 podcast starts. And all the graphs, like, they keep going up. And, I can't thank you guys enough, but I do have some questions for some of you.
Okay.
So, according to our Spotify statistics, the age statistics, I was looking through here. Okay, 3% of you are 0 to 17 years old.
Okay.
Which, if this is you,
get parental supervision first.
Yeah, seek parental supervision. And then on the opposite side of the spectrum, there's less than 1% of you that are in the age range of 60 to 150. So I know you motherfuckers are using the old, you're using the old, Facebook account to link to your Spotify that you made when you were younger, and you set the age to, 99.
That's the only way.
I know that that's one of you. Unless there's some, 149-year-old monk just listening to us.
Hey, if so, thanks for the support.
Hell yeah. Also, the other funny thing was in all-time listens, it gives a breakdown of, the number of people who stream, or the number of streams from each country. And, we're based in the United States, so first place, 12,000 streams from the United States. Okay, cool. 2,000 from United Kingdom. Oh, cool. About 1,000 from Canada. Man, it's crazy. It just goes all the way down, Brazil, where that one time we ranked, number, what?
we were, top 100 comedy podcasts in Brazil on iTunes or something.
Oh god, I still love the inside meme. Shout outs to the Discord, Paramecia Flower Capital, permanent invite links in all of our social media. I love the meme that it was just Sharp and a couple of our other Brazilian listeners just running a tablet farm to listen to all the episodes.
It had to be something like that. We're on to you.
We know what's going on.
All you Brasileiros.
Yeah. In 35th place, you go all the way down. In all capital letters, it just says unknown as the country, and there's 5 streams from unknown.
That is so scary.
It is. Looking at it on the page, it is very ominous because, it's all caps and it's nestled between, Macedonia and South Africa.
But?
Yeah, Macedonia, we have 9 listens, and then South Africa, 5.
So, okay. Crazy. Wow, One Piece is so international. You said number 3 was Indonesia earlier before we recorded, right?
Yeah, that was in the last 7 days, so last episode, I guess.
That's crazy. It's really funny. There's something in the back of my mind. I've just wanted to learn Baja Indonesian recently. Fucking clown on me if you want, but the reason's VTubers.
Oh, hell yeah.
All the Indonesian VTubers, when... okay, part of it's that, but, have you seen, Indonesian Twitter and Indonesian Tumblr?
I have not.
They're just... Everything just seems so funny. I don't know why. They just seem funnier. They're built different, man.
They're built different.
I want to be keyed into what's going on. I want to partake in this comedy, this tomfoolery.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, the Indonesian VTubers, dude, they're top tier. Because I remember watching, the first couple VTubers I found were Kiryu Coco, God rest her soul, and I hope she's doing good in Dragon College. Or whatever they called it.
Was there even an explanation?
No, I think they. So her lore was that she came from like another dimension, and she like fell on the Hololive building, and so her VTubing was to pay back the debt that she owed for breaking.
And so
the
she
building.
finished paying the debt.
Yeah, and she went back to her own dimension.
I can respect it,
which is pretty sick. I liked in her graduation, or like, it wasn't a graduation stream, it was her like one of her final like meme reviews. She did it with Ame, and somebody made a comic that was like, Ame was the one in like who went back in time and shot down Kiryu Koko, so she crashed on the building. It was just
you must respect it. You must respect the lore.
All this to say that I found her, and then I was like looking for like, I was like, oh, like, you know, these VTubers are cool, but are there any others that like speak English? Because like right now, I don't mind watching the subtitled videos, but like back then it was still in the time where like Hololive and Niji Sanji were like
all JP. They had, almost
like VTubing had pretty much like just begun, and it was, or VTubing as we know it now had like just begun, and it was like only Japanese, and like, you know, Hololive had branched out into Indonesia, so they had the Indonesian streamers.
Yeah, they had just started around that time. Like we both got into it, and then like a month later it was like Hololive EN, and it was like, oh, crazy that.
Yeah, it's wild, but the first market, I guess, that Niji Sanji and Hololive tapped into was Indonesia, and that's what I found Hana Makia from Niji Sanji.
Dude,
ID
she's so good,
Indonesia, and she's so funny. Like,
dude, she's incredibly funny.
All of her streams just felt like, I don't know, you would watch like the Japanese VTubers, and then you'd watch the Indonesian ones, and it's just another breed of like just unfiltered comedy. Like Hana Makia was insane.
Crazy.
I remember there was a time where like Muna was like streaming from her car because something happened, and she was just streaming from her car. And so like sometimes during the streams, like I'm pretty sure you would hear like the car door like open because she would like throw something out, or like she would like turn it on for the AC, and you just hear like the ding 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 ding.
Oh my god, she was self-quarantining or something like that. I'm looking at the VTuber wiki. This is insane.
It was absolutely wild. Oh, so good. But yeah, all that to say, the Indonesian VTubers are another breed, and even now, like they just announced the new wave of Hololive Indonesia, and they're all real good from what I've seen.
The one that I see really popping off is that Kobo Kanaeru, little child one.
Is that the water one?
Yes, the water one.
Yeah, the water type.
Yeah, dude, that's great. What are the? See now, none of the VTubers in their shtick for Shonen Jump, none of them said One Piece. But what if they were lying? What if that was red herring?
What if they all read One Piece? I know Korone and Pekora. They know One Piece because they're always singing One Piece songs. But
yeah,
like,
dude.
Pekora sometimes will sing songs from like newer One Piece, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Korone apparently changed her name on like Apex or something to like Korone D Teach or something like that. I saw some clip like that.
That would be her. Korone would be a Blackbeard fan.
You know, it makes a little too much sense, and that's just scary.
Yeah.
Much scarier somehow.
Jesus. But yeah, speaking of One Piece, we are Paramecia Fancast, a One Piece fancast where we review the latest chapters of One Piece and have different One Piece related discussions every single week. My name is John.
My name is Franz.
and you're gonna be listening to this, and you're gonna be all hype in your chair, cause let me scroll down to what number it should be. 1047 should be out already, and you're gonna be like, oh man, I want to talk about 1047, and well, we're gonna talk about it next week, because we got some
Dude,
we got some stuff that we like.
Life happens
themes
fast
that we have to take care of. So yeah, everything's good.
Man.
I feel like I said that in a way too ominous way. Everything is fine. We Franz just has some stuff
things are
that, like,
better.
They have to take care of.
Yeah, no. It's like, man, this week's been crazy. You know, I just got a new job. I went in and, like, you know, there was this guy. Well, okay, so like it's at a morgue, kind of. And this guy who was supposed to be there, I came in late, and then all of a sudden, there's no body. is Jesus Christ? That's the punchline. It's been a week.
It's been
No.
callback after callback. Oh my god! Before we recorded this episode, Franz was like, "I hope I open because I got a good joke." I was like, well, I think it's my turn, but we're getting that joke. And then they were like, well, I don't know if it's all that good. You're locked in, buddy.
Yeah, John was hyping it up a little too much, and I'm like, buddy, you ain't even heard the joke.
It was worth it. It was all worth it.
Heck yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, no, we got we got some life stuff we got to take care of. So, you get a fun break week with us, and then next week, if there's a break, I mean, next week we're gonna do 1047, but if 1048's also out by then, we'll just do a
double duty, baby.
A little double feature like we've been known to do before. But yeah, this week there's a couple things we wanted to talk about, and then we'll just get into like random stuff. But first on the docket is Black Clover just finished up its like biggest arc like to date, and it says that there's a new chapter coming out. Again, by the time you're hearing this, I think there should be a new chapter out. But there's rumors that it's gonna go on like indefinite hiatus for a while and come back later in the year to start like the final arc, which is cool. Like I applaud that. I feel like with how good this most recent arc was, if he really is gonna take a break, Tabata, I think is, yeah, Yuki Tabata. You know what? Do it, like, because this arc was so good. I was telling Franz before we recorded, there was like out of the last like 20 something chapters, hardly ever took a break. There was only one chapter where one single panel at the end of the chapter was sketched, and the entire rest of the chapter was like actual, like, you know, drawing.
That's crazy, honestly, because that takes a lot of commitment. And like, you know, Horikoshi is a manga that I actually read. You know, he has like the same kind of breakneck pace when it comes to doing manga. And like even he has like some moments where, like, you know, a couple of pages here or there or whatever, but like just one panel in a whole arc, that's absolutely crazy.
Yeah. I remember in My Hero that it was specifically, it was right after the overhaul arc. It was right after the overhaul fight, and they were doing the concert, that concert arc, and the gentle criminal. I remember the gentle fight happening, and like manga's all crazy, and then the very end of the concert, like the entire end of that chapter, most of the panel, like I think the panels with Eri like shaking off the shadow of Overhaul and like smiling again, that was like drawn perfectly. But then I remember a lot of the stuff about the concert was like sketched, and in the volume release, you know, he was able to like finish it up for the volume release and stuff. But I always remember reading that release week, and I was like, oh my god, like.
Yeah, dude, like, as a consumer, it doesn't necessarily bother me. It's just like, what put him in this position, you know?
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's kind of a tell. It's like, oh my, like, dude, like, I am forever grateful that you give us this like week for week, but for the love of God, man, like, take a break.
You can chill
like,
a bit, brother. Dude, I'm looking at like the volume releases for Black Clover, and like they're fat, man. Like
yeah,
10, 11 chapters each, like
this dude is a monster.
constantly, like every 3 months. Like,
Yeah, he,
dude,
the author
that's
for
no
Black Clover,
breaks.
yeah, he rarely takes breaks, and when he does, he's really like. There was one time where he had to take a break, and it was kind of like unannounced, and then his author comment for the week or whatever, or like he was like real apologetic about it, but his reason was like, oh, like I was moving houses, like I had like. And I remember every single person on Twitter that was like, you know, part of like the Black Clover like fandom that I saw tweeting about it was like, dude, like take care of yourself. Like we're good, bro. Like
we've eaten.
Yeah, the sentiment was like, dude, like we have been eating so good, like you deserve to rest.
Dude, and this guy's been going like nonstop for 7 years, 2015.
Yeah, it's crazy, and especially like I don't want to hype up. Well, actually, screw you. I do want to hype up this new arc. The latest arc was so good. Like, quick, basic overview that's not too spoilery. At the end of like the previous arc, these like they're like hunting down these devils that appeared, and the devils are like planning to like regain more power and revive like the Grand Devil Lucifero. And they hunt down one of the devils, and they go to one of the other kingdoms because they're trying to unite the four kingdoms against the devils. And they go to this one kingdom, and it's basically, the way I describe it is like a Full Metal Alchemist when they meet the people from the Ling family, like Ling and
Okay,
the
yeah.
other little girl. When they meet them and they tell them about like, oh, we know alchemy, and they're like, wait, is that alchemy? And they're like, yeah, but like it's like
but it's different and better.
Our region has, yeah. So they train with this guy who knows like rune magic. And so like they're training with like they go into like this time skip. There's a time skip, and they train in like all of these different places, and like some people like seek the help of like these higher, like it's literally like some One Piece stuff where like some of the characters go to like their family members that they just have disliked throughout the entire series, but they're like, no, like I can put this aside, like I need to get stronger for the Black Bulls, like I need to get stronger for them. And then like this whole arc that just happened, they've been fighting against the devils. Every fight against the devil has been so sick. They've had like, so Black Clover has had like Rock Lee moments before with like the underdog. There was one that I kid you not was like jumping out of my seat hype reading it. I won't spoil any more than that because like the fight is just so good, and the use of magic and like the systems of magic and the use of them in the fight was like so ingenious. And I'm like, bro, like this dude really, like the magic system at a glance in Black Clover seems kind of like, it seems kind of like generic, or not generic, but it seems kind of like maybe not as well thought out as you'd think, because it's really just, oh, each character has like a grimoire, and their grimoire gives them like X said power. Okay. And so like at a first glance you think like, oh, like the grimoire, like it's kind of like JoJo, like they can just have like whatever power, it doesn't matter.
It seems a little bit like I haven't read it in a long time, but it seems like Zatch Bell a little bit.
Yeah, it is kind of like that, but like they tell you like the limitations of each magic, and like, oh man, there's an underdog moment that's really cool, and I think the character's name is Vulcan. That does it, but it's like the sickest moment of the entire. It was literally like a Rock Lee moment. It's really cool, but yeah, all this to say, Black Clover I think is amazing. It's one of those shonen manga that it doesn't present anything like, it doesn't have this like brand new premise that nobody's ever touched before. You
Right,
know,
yeah.
it leans on similar tropes to other shonen, but like the characters and the way it tells the story and like the fights are so good. Like I feel like it doesn't have to do anything new because what it does exceptionally well.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like it's the kind of thing where like, you know, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Sometimes you just have to make a really damn good wheel. And like
Exactly.
it seems like Black Clover is just not for everyone. Cuz it's just like battle shonen, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But like everyone who likes battle shonen seems to really like Black Clover.
Yeah, it's real good. Like I said, it's one of those like new school manga that's really the new school shonen that's kind of learned from its predecessors in that it does the kind of like My Hero thing. I would argue even more so, where like the main group of characters, the Black Bulls, there's like a lot of them in the squad, and they're all kind of like the underdogs of like this magical society. But
Sure.
God dang it, if each one of them is not like fully fleshed out in like like every arc. Like every arc, they get their moment and time to shine, and they it's just so good. It so far it has not gone the way of Naruto, which Naruto was still pretty good about it at the end, but you could definitely see.
Right.
I mean, we bring it up. You can definitely see where the story very much by the end tunnel visioned to it's about Naruto and Sasuke. And I mean, you could
I
argue
know
like
what you're saying. Yeah.
you could argue that it kind of always was supposed to be about them, but it's
It
like
could have been bigger.
when you
like
read
in
part one
scope.
of Naruto, yeah, when you read part one of Naruto, you can see that bigger scope. Like you can see like in part two of Naruto, there would never be a whole arc where like instead of seeing Naruto fight, you literally see like all of his squad mates fighting the sound ninja. Like that wouldn't happen in second part of Naruto. Like you would never get a Sasuke retrieval arc where you get to see every single one of them that's not Naruto like having these insane fights.
You could argue that like there was an attempt to do that, but it was also like the most like jacked up shit. Cause like
With the fourth ninja war.
no, even before that, like when like the one moment everyone in Naruto had autonomy, they were like, let's stop Naruto real quick. And like it was like the worst it was literally Sakura character assassination.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
That is like genuinely the only moment everyone had like agency outside of just like battles. And
Yeah.
then any growth that happened in like way off screen.
Yeah. It's look, they're both good. I'm just saying if you like shonen stuff and you like seeing like all the characters fully developed and funny haha gags, Black Clover's got it all.
I keep saying that I'm going to pick it up, but at this point recently I've been completely illiterate.
Hey, I
I'm
feel
you
that.
know, only thing on my brain, Kirby.
Ooh, can we talk about this new Kirby game?
This
haven't
new
beaten it
Kirby
yet,
game is dude, okay, wait.
but it's so good.
Have you not beaten the story or have you not like done the post
haven't-
game?
I haven't beaten the story yet. But I did watch
Oh.
the donkey video, and I did see some kind of biblically accurate angel. He showed it
Yup.
for like 2 frames in his video, and I was like, I was playing the Kirby game, and I'm like, man, this is cute, but it has a distinct lack of like cosmic horror, like all Kirby games do.
Dude, it ramps up.
And then I saw that angel in the donkey video, and I was like, okay, this game's gonna be good.
There's like scenes before that where I realized that the game was like shoving me into like the ending of it, and I was like, dude, no way I have to stay up. I have to stay up and play this.
I have to stay up.
And like it got a little like gross. Like
Ew.
you know, there's like cosmic horror, but like this was the closest Kirby will ever get to body horror.
Oh no.
It was crazy to witness as like a rated E game. Like I'm not trying to sit here and like, oh, Kirby's not a game for kids. Like it very much is. But it was still like a little visceral for me, and I was like, oh, okay.
Kirby? Okay. Kirby is a game for children. But also, I implore everybody. Wooly Versus is the YouTube channel. Wooly, formerly of Super Best Friends.
Oh yeah.
Has a series of videos where he does Kirby lore, and yeah, he has a playlist called Kirby Lore, and so he has 4 videos, I think, on Kirby lore. Oh, this playlist has his videos and then some other guy's videos, but like Wooly Versus, he has this 4 video series on Kirby lore, and the thumbnails are like Dark Souls-esque artistic renditions of Kirby bosses.
Which is so funny because like this is the first Kirby game to have very like granular dodge mechanics.
Yeah.
And so like I don't necessarily agree with it. Like it's a little reductive to say, but people have been saying this is the Dark Souls of Kirby games.
Yeah, I noticed, like, I did a dodge on... So, I mean, okay, look, I've played Kirby before, so if there was a tutorial, I skipped it, because in my brain hole, I was like, dude, it's Kirby. Like, I know
Yeah.
What do I look like, a mook? I know how to play Kirby.
You jump and you eat.
Yeah, I jumps and I sucks, alright? Like, that's awesome. And to my surprise, I'm fighting a crazy armadillo, and I do a dodge, and I put the MFer in witch time, like Bayonetta, and I'm like,
yeah.
Excuse me?
What's really funny is that, like, this game... So, like, Kirby lore is... If you follow what the fanon of the Kirby lore is, it's, like, pretty, like, cut and dry. Like, it's not very easy to understand, because, like, it takes a second of, like, where are people getting these things? But once you get past that, into just, like, oh, this is, like, cosmic horror stuff, this game brings in, like, a whole new, like, angle to it, where it's just, like, as far as I've seen. So, I'm not sure what the next Kirby lore video is gonna be like.
Yeah. All I know is I cracked up at Kirby Twitter. Like, as soon as the game was announced, they were like, everybody was like, oh, this looks so adorable, it's so cute. And then, like, mind you, I haven't beaten the game yet. If you could spoil if you need to, but I just remember on Twitter, every single person, as soon as the little flying squirrel that's your partner in the game, I forget its name, as that guy, Elfin, as soon as Elfin was shown on, like, the trailer, all of Twitter kept quote retweeting the Nintendo announcement tweet of Elfin, and they were like, this dude is about to become, like, a biblically accurate angel by the end of this game.
Okay. So there were people saying that, and people saying that, like, oh, like, this is going to be the new, like, cosmic horror thing. Categorically not a cosmic horror. Like, it has nothing to do with, quote-unquote, the void, if you're into Kirby lore. I don't think so, at least. But, yeah, no. They're like, the Elfin as itself, like, completely, like... independent of anything, of any, like, what it is. Perfectly fine. Real cool guy, real chill. Lots of people were like, its eyes are the same as Kirby's, so that means it's, like, a void thing. And it's like, everyone's eyes are the same as Kirby's.
Yeah.
Only Kirby is an extra-dimensional horror.
Yeah. Especially in this game, the lore as to why he's able to go, gum gum mode is like in the first cutscene it shows you, and it's just so ridiculous.
Dude, oh, he fell through a portal and now he's a little weird. Like, I can't wait for some people to like say whatever they gotta say about how that affects lore.
I can't wait for Wooly to make a video and track down like the one Gashapon figure in the game that has like the sentence of lore that explains how like the Dark King is like living in Kirby's body. Like,
I will say, like, I'm going through the post game right now, so there's probably like a little bit more. In recent games, that's where like the good nuggets of lore have been.
Yep.
But I will say, once you hit the truck, do not blink, cause dude, I got so hyped.
The truck, that is so ominous. I can't wait. I'm gonna get there. But
what overworld are you on?
I'm on. So when you jump across the ocean to the desert,
yeah,
I beat the desert, and then I went up. I'm in like the volcano one, the second one after the desert.
The volcano's the last one.
Oh, okay.
So that's like caught me by surprise.
Yeah, I'm in like the lava-esque place right now.
I'm a little disappointed because so far I haven't seen like a space one. Because like my favorite game is Amazing Mirror, and Amazing Mirror had this whole like space area, like, or heaven area. But so I was hoping after the volcano we go to space, and but nothing happened. So,
man,
get hype. Honestly, stay up tonight and just beat it,
dude. Yeah, like I will, because it is, the game is so good. And mind you, okay, I bought Triangle Strategy for the Switch because I was like, man, like everything I've heard of Triangle Strategy, like, so the thing with tactical RPGs is that, other than like Fire Emblem, all of these tactical RPGs come out, and every single time a new one tries to come out, it's like a blessing and a curse. It's always compared to the original Final Fantasy Tactics, which is really good. And because it's really good, every game cannot live up to it. And Triangle Strategy is the first one I've seen where everybody talking about it in the reviews are like, yeah, it's damn good. Like,
so they've left out the words Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah. They were like, it's good. Like, comparisons were made, obviously, but it was a thing where it was like, oh, like, Tactics does all this better, and everyone, like, this one, it was just like, oh yeah, the comparison was literally, oh, it's a tactical RPG like Final Fantasy Tactics, and then they just go talking about the story and how the mechanics and everything.
Damn.
Mind you, I bought that game fully intending to immerse myself because I love like JRPGs and tactical RPGs. And then Kirby came out, and I was like, yeah, I'm a little pink boy.
Pink boy, what's up? Dude, it's like, it's the first Kirby game in full 3D.
Yeah, it's wild.
That's just crazy.
It's insane to think about because, like, I don't know, this is like Kirby Odyssey, basically. Like, that's how,
seriously.
That's the level of polish on the levels that I feel. Like, I play this game and I'm like, dude, like, this feels like the same level of polish and fun that, like, when I played Mario Odyssey, or every time I play Mario Odyssey, like, everything feels so crisp control-wise, like...
Oh, dude. Like, the combat is so squeaky clean. And, like, the one thing about Kirby that feels different at first in this game, but changes later, is, like... So, Kirby is... in some aspect, like an exploration platformer. Because like, it's not, some people focus on the combat, and I do too. I think that's what's really fun. But the core of it is really just like, oh, like I want to find all the keys, or I want to find all the chests, or whatever, Yeah. In the base game portion, so to speak, it's like pretty easy. It's like pretty cut and dry. There's no tricky tricks or anything like that. There might be one or two that like get you, but like I didn't really need a guide for anything.
Yeah.
And then I still haven't used a guide, but in the post game, the exploration gets like a little stinkier. You have to really have your eyes peeled.
Yeah. Oh, that's the good stuff. See, because I always remember in Kirby Superstar Ultra, the DS remake of Superstar, like that game, there was so many like. Well, there was one game that you could click into called like the Underground or whatever. They made like a Smash level.
The cave offense.
The Great Cave Offensive.
That's it. Yeah.
That one was like secret puzzle thing to the extreme, because
Totally.
that one was like, oh, you missed this secret, and you're looking at the secret on the screen, realizing that you had to go through the other door to get to it, and the game is literally like, yeah, you gotta loop all the way back around. Like, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't backtrack, buddy.
The post game doesn't get that, because like the way that they added more dimension to 2D Kirby games was like all the doors everywhere.
Yeah.
And like that's fun in and of itself. The like, dude, looking up like Kirby and the Amazing Mirror maps is crazy, because like the way it just loops back into itself, and that you have to like really just figure stuff out, and like you have to take so many like one-way roads.
Yeah.
Totally fun, but like,
oh jeez, yeah, I'm looking at it. It's crazy.
You don't have that, but in having access to third dimension movement, you really like it's just a new experience. It feels weird to talk about, because like games have been 3D.
Yeah. But never quite like this. No.
But never Kirby, baby.
Oh man, no. It has been so fun playing this new Kirby game. I'm greatly enjoying it. What else was I gonna say? Oh, jump related. Spy Family, the anime, came out.
Ooh.
And the first 2 episodes, well, as of this recording, I think the first 3 episodes will be out. Yeah, because the new episode comes out today. When you're hearing this, 3 episodes will be out. But, it is, the anime was so good. Mind you, it covers the first couple of chapters.
Sure, yeah. They have the liberty to go a little faster.
Yeah. So it goes into like, he gets his mission and he's meeting he meets Anya, and then they find Yor, and he gets Yor, to the whole scene of the proposal with the the grenade ring, the pin.
Oh, dude, that scene is choice.
That scene animated was so good. But the anime comes out, and I guess because it's a collaboration between who was it, Mappa and, oh my god, am I like blanking on it? Who is it's Mappa and somebody else. It's Wit Studio and Cloverworks. That's what it is. It's not Mappa.
Really?
But I think so what they're doing is that the adaptation, the anime adaptation, it's Cloverworks and Wit Studio, and they're doing like every other episode basically. So like I think Wit Studio did the first one, and then the second one was Cloverworks, and then Wit Studio. So they're like going back and forth, was what I read.
Okay, that's really interesting as a production.
Yeah, but it's super cool. Right now, everybody on Twitter is like falling in love with Anya because she's like so cute, and everyone is like me, just chanting "Yor" at the top of their lungs, like "Yor, Yor, Yor, Yor." But I cannot wait for the anime onlys of Spy Family to meet the little garbage gremlin that is Anya. Like, I love her so much.
Her true form, it's so good. Like, all the characters in Spy X Family are so fun.
Yeah, it's so good. I would have to look into this, and I think I'm gonna look into this live on the air. So I guess the previous work that this guy did, the Tatsuya Endo,
Yeah.
his previous work, the main character, I think, or it was one of the characters, is literally like grown up Anya. Like she has the things in her hair and everything.
Oh.
And let
Okay.
me Endo worked as an assistant for the manga Blue Exorcist and Fire Punch. Damn.
That's
Talk about
crazy.
talk about a freaking like all-star like teachers, dude. Cuz Kazue Kato, the Blue Exorcist mangaka, she is like insane.
Dude, for real.
And then Fire Punch, obviously Fujimoto, like, Chainsaw Man, and oh my goodness. Like, but let's see. He created one-shots, but there was some before Spy X Family. I don't know the name of the manga, but
There's a
Rengoku
one shot.
no Ash.
Oh,
It was a one-shot. Rengoku no Ash. That's the name of the one-shot. But the character in Rengoku no Ash
Oh, you're so
is
right.
adult Anya, basically. And I see this, and I need to read Rengoku no Ash because, like, dude, I don't know, shared universe things get me hype, and I don't think that's the case. But
I don't
just
know,
love,
man.
I just love the idea of, like, oh, like, this is her, and all this stuff's happening, and then, like, Spy Family is, like, this... by the end, we'll find out that Spy Family is, like, this prequel to, like, everything.
Oh, I'm seeing it here. It might.
The one shot was later reprinted in Jump Plus.
Yeah, that's
on
what I was
August 24th,
seeing.
in place of a normal Spy Family chapter with extra content describing its connection to the manga series. Ash and Anya. Oh, Ash and Anya. Oh, from Endo himself. I really just adapted the design without thinking about it just because of the similarity of their abilities. The design of Anya is almost the same as that of Ash, only simplified. The name is also just a combination of Misha from the next story I drew, Ishi ni Usubeni Tetsu ni Hoshi. I liked both Ash and Misha, so I thought, let's combine the two names. By the way, the design of Ash's earrings has been used for your...
I can respect that. If you nailed character design once before, just do it again.
Yeah, just do it again.
I don't blame him.
Hey, it works.
I mean, the way he writes and everything, like, okay, Spy X Family is, like, kind of on the lighter side in some ways.
Yeah.
But, like, everything is so fully thought out. This Rengoku no Ash, the setting, it seems very interesting.
Yeah. I would be interested because, like, Spy Family, you read it and, like, it's very lighthearted because the story is, like, centered around sort of Anya. Like, she is the main character. Like, it follows, Yor and
Lloyd.
Like, it follows them, and Lloyd, he started as, like, the character, the center, like, or it follows him because ultimately it's his mission or whatever.
Right.
But, like, as the chapters go on, we kind of fall in love with Anya, and we get to see from her perspective, like, the family and stuff. But I will say, if you're catching up on Spy Family, the latest two chapters, mind you, so chapter 61 happens, and 61 is a very lighthearted, like, it's
look into the past.
Yeah, 61 is about, like, Anya and them at their school, and it's like the start of, like, the newest story arc, I guess, because the headmaster of the school comes back, because I guess she was, like, gone for something, and she's handing out, like, if you break the rules, you get, like, the little...
Oh, the Thunderbolts.
The little Thunderbolt, and it's basically, like, 3 strikes, you're out. And so all of these characters are, like, getting the lightning bolt, and, like, Tony yeah. Stella Stars till Imperial Scholar 7. Tony bolts till Expulsion 6. Plan B progress marginal is how the chapter ends. Because Lloyd finds out she got like a Tony bolt.
Oh,
and he, like,
yeah.
Because he's just like, my mission, like it's gonna fail. Because she walks in, she's like, I got a new medal from the headmaster. It's the fucking lightning wall. Oh my god. But it's so funny. But so like 61, chapter 61 is that. It's really lighthearted. And then the next chapter, it's what they like doing. It's like when he starts a saga, it'll be like 62.1 and he'll just do like point whatever, like if that whole thing is part of like the story he wants to tell in chapter like 62 with air quotes.
Right.
And so 62 starts at 62.1, and it's a flashback to Lloyd when he's younger. And, like, dude, the lightheartedness that he carries in this, and then, like, at the end of the chapter, like, that final double-page spread, like, got me
it was
so
crazy.
hard. Yeah,
like
whiplash. I was like, oh no.
I kind of felt it coming, but even with that knowledge, even with like the instinct of it, I was rattled.
Yeah. And like even the chapter after that, like I don't know, it's Spy Family is he's so good at like, I mean similar to like to how Oda's able to do it. Like he's able to balance like the real lighthearted stuff and then like chapters like this where it's like he delves deep into like the ramifications of war and like what that does to a person, and you're like, oh like,
and like that's good media. Like,
yeah.
Yes, war is gnarly and hard to talk about. Yes, categorically this is for kids, but like I mean, you know, it sounds like reductive to just like go up to a brat and just be like, hey kid, don't do war. But like,
hey kid, don't do war.
The media one consumes has some effect on like who you are as a person.
Yeah.
You know, like people who watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer are insufferable and lame. That's like a huge pig. I don't actually believe that.
We were having a light old discussion about
And I
Spy
just
Family,
shoot
and
someone.
then Franz pulls out the gat and like points it at somebody in the audience, and is like, "People who like Buffy the Vampire Slayer are insufferable."
Oh no! I don't actually. I can't make that call. I've never seen it. I'm too baby.
I can. No.
John from downtown with the mortar, just being like,
yeah.
"We got him."
Just laughing like, "Oh my god, that's crazy!" While I'm pulling out and setting up the mortar.
My god. So like,
Jesus.
Media doesn't necessarily shape you or inform you in any ways, but like it does have some influences because it's like it's what you read. Like we see it every day. Not everyone who listens to pop punk is like a weirdo, gross, like
groomer.
Yeah, not everyone is, but like at the same rate, like
if someone tells you like I'm in a pop punk band,
yeah, or if they're still out here like listening to like the story so far in a way that's not like, oh, like I listened to it for the nostalgia. I listened to it to remember how it was when I was 16. Like, if you are like paying taxes
and you're listening to stories so far, you're like,
like, yes, exactly. In a way that's like, oh man, that's me. Buddy, it shouldn't be you. And so in saying that, what I'm trying to get at is that like Spy Family is a great way, like the way they're handling war, such a heavy topic, even in this way for like kids, so to speak. Like we know that Lloyd's a spy, but why is he a spy? They're doing it like very like watered down, bare bones, and but they're not afraid of just like showing it.
Yeah. Oh, it is so insane. Like he has not shied away from showing all of like the bad like what war does to people and how it affects like the communities and even like Lloyd's like mindset is, because like it's crazy these chapters because we're getting the pieces filled in for us as to like how Lloyd got to where he is at the start of the series.
Right.
And like, oh man, some of the stuff that he thinks about is like, I don't know, when he like loses his, I mean, read the new chapter, but when he like loses his dad and he's just like thinking about like that time he like lied to him over like a quarter or something, or like $10 or something, like, I don't know, just everything about it. And there's a line that when I read the newest chapter, this line messed me up. It was like, for years afterwards, I scuttled through life like a rat in the gutter. I'd lost everything I cared about. The only things left in my world were the things I despised, and that was reason enough to pick up a gun. And you just see a picture of him on the battlefield, like eyes shaded over, like fully, like just lost. Like,
yeah, dude, it's like crazy. But like, you also get the little aspect of like, it was like his first lie. Like,
yeah.
And then boom, the war started, and then it feels very like Freudian armchair psychologist, but like you see him carry that sin, so to speak, and
yeah,
it really just turns into what he is. Like,
I mean, yeah, especially for like a child like that. Like, how else would you internalize like, I did this thing and I felt bad about it, and before I could like amend, like this like how else would you internalize that, like, my lie, this is what my lie did, like this is the repercussion of what I've done.
Yeah, no, like it's definitely the kind of thing that like messes you up as a kid.
Yeah, but fear not, listeners, if you're feeling all doomer about that quote and this story from Spy Family. The chapter does end with him like in the forest, and he's about to like, he like points his gun, and then it's his friend in the current timeline, like the informant, and he's like, no, time out, don't shoot. And now I'm like, oh, he's gonna get his humanity back. Like he made a friend. He made a friend on the battlefield. From enemies to lovers.
Oh my god. Oh jeez, dude. Spy X Family is like really good. Like, watch it definitely watch it. Like, I wish I was watching it.
Definitely watch it. And
but if you're impatient,
if you like what you're seeing, I would definitely recommend the manga. The manga art style is really good. I mean, it's damn near the same. The anime is literally just the manga but colored. Like, they did such a good job with the adaptation. Man,
all you got to do is like hope that it like really like keeps up.
Yeah. It's man, it's some good stuff. Other than that, I got nothing.
There was something I wanted to bring up, but I fucking forgot.
Oh, I mean, it's a tiny thing, I guess, but on Manga Plus, there was a Jump Plus manga called like Sakemi-san, or Don't Blush Sakemi-san, or something like that. And its final chapter came out recently, or it's gonna come out. I think it already came out.
That's nice.
It had like a little 40-something chapter run, but it was good. It was like it was a cute little romance manga.
It wasn't cut before its time.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it was cut off too soon. It like I don't know. Reading it was one of those things where it's like the story was very light-hearted. Like it didn't make any grand plans with where it was gonna go. It was very like sort of like slice of life each chapter.
Okay.
But But it was really good. And it was really cute. And then it ended, and I was like, you know what? I'm good with the ending. Like, if it's gonna end here, then I was happy to be a part of the ride because it was real cute. It wasn't one of those ones where I was like, damn it, I wish that we could have gotten the whole story. Like,
all right, so it's respectable. Thank goodness.
It's respectable and good. Manga Plus has some good stuff. They have some other stuff. Well, they're not new as of now. Like, they have a whole bunch of chapters as of now, but I'm blanking on the names. There's one I always can't pronounce it. Majulier something.
You're
Basically,
saying it wrong, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Basically, it's probably pronounced it French. The word looks like French sort of spelling of stuff. Basically, what it is magical girls, but like My Hero almost, I guess, is the best way to put it. Like,
okay.
Magical girls, but like, what if magical girls as like a government entity?
Okay.
Or like like magical girls, but like you hire them through a company. And so there's like magical girls fighting and they have their tech and stuff, but then also like there's office ladies and like interns that get to interact with them, and it's real good so far.
Japan's like so funny about like bringing bureaucracy into the like fantasy settings it has.
Yep.
Like, I saw a tweet the other day that was like, Japan looks at the church the same way like Americans look at ninjas. And it just makes so much sense as to why, in some sense. Like, the whole like top down bureaucracy, the amount of lore, Christian lore.
All you have to do, look no further than Dungeon Fighter, DNF Duel. Just search up gameplay for Crusader. He is a holy like priest with a giant hammer, and he is literally like he is like churchman. Like, he just is like, you know, like,
dude, it's so funny.
Just a priest with a battle axe, and his moves are like, it literally is like how America views ninjas. It's literally that, but reverse, because he's like throwing up like walls of holy light behind you and just beating your ass with like this giant like cross like thing.
That's how it starts, so man. It's like very like D&D like cleric paladin kind of type stuff. Yeah, that's how it starts. But like some places have it like crazy, man. Like so if you're into Fate, you might not understand how powerful the like Roman Catholic Church is in the Fate universe. 'Cause okay,
is the answer very?
So in the Type Moon is like the production company, right? That like wrote all of that, whatever. So there's two universes that are like two sides of the same coin, so to speak. There's
I always call them Fate and Melty Blood. I know it's like Tsukihime, but Fate.
That's literally
Fate and the fighting game.
Exactly. So there's the Fate side, and then there's the Tsukihime side, and the churches are like there in both of them, and they act the same in both of them, but no one explains it outside of Tsukihime. They only explain it in Tsukihime, and like. It makes the church look so good as an organization. Yeah. Like, this whole, like, vampire hunter stuff, like, they're basically, like, they make sure that, like, magical objects don't get into the hands of wrong people or whatever. You know that weapon that, the cool guy in Trigun, yes,
the cross, yeah,
the cross. Okay, so there's like, what's it called? There's like church weapons. Some of them have knives. A lot of them have knives. That's like the most common thing that you see. And then a lot of them also have like gauntlets, I guess. And then this girl, I'm pretty sure she's in Melty Blood, but I don't know what version of her is in Melty Blood, so I don't know what her like moveset is like.
Wait, what's the name?
Ciel?
Yeah, she's in Melty Blood.
Does she have a giant gun in Melty Blood?
Yes, I believe so.
Like
The old version of Melty Blood, there's one version in Melty Blood where she has a giant gun, if I remember. The newest version of Melty Blood, I think she only has it in like a super or something.
that sounds
She
right.
mostly has the swords. But in the older in the Actress Again, current code, like the most popular like tournament one.
Yeah.
That one, she does have the giant gun.
Dude.
She also she's tatted up.
Yeah.
She has
yeah.
like the cross and like, dude.
Dude, it's
Wild.
so crazy. It looks like a heavy bow gun from Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what it's called?
Oh, please tell. Please do.
It's the 7th Holy Scripture.
That's so, dude. I'm going back to church now. I'm convinced.
Dude, Japan convinced me. Let's go. Dude,
go.
Abe this whole time has had, I know he's not the prime minister anymore. Shut the fuck up. The grand scheme of things. He wants everyone to go back to church.
Oh my god. Also, I have no idea about Tsukihime lore or Melty Blood lore. All I know is that they added a new character, and his name is fucking Mario, and he has like an army of like 12 nuns, and he makes me mad seeing him. But there's been people who it makes me mad to see him, but then I see gameplay, and there's so many people that give him a yellow and purple color scheme, and they call him Wario.
Dude, he's a priest. He's a
priest.
14-year-old priest from the church.
Oh my god. And he's wearing cargo shorts like
dude, what?
Dude, my favorite priest, Wario.
He's like the legal adopted son of like the Pope Hopeful in the universe. What the heck is going on, man?
I have no idea, dude.
Dude,
Melty Blood is something else.
Okay, last Fate thing. People are like, they've been praying for like, okay, Fate had the visual novel has never been translated officially.
Oh, really?
Not like actually, no.
That's crazy to me.
Because like there is modern like ROM of it called Realtanua, and you have to patch that in order to like read it in English. I'm almost positive. But it's like this whole complicated thing. You have to like hard patch it, like how you used to do when you pirate games.
Oh my god, yeah.
So like the source material's never been like actually officially translated. Sequels of it, offshoots of it, have never been actually translated. And people are like really wanting Tsukihime to be translated over Fate, and honestly I agree with that, but there is good news if you're a weirdo like me who cares. Mahotsukai no Yoru, or usually referred to as Mahoyo, is getting officially translated. And
that's actually pretty sick.
Like, it's one of the, like, less dense ones from what I understand. But either way, like, it's about time. People have been wanting this so bad.
We've been waiting.
It's technically like pre-Tsukihime stuff, so I guess that's something. But man,
hell yeah.
It's been, at this rate, we're getting close to 20 years without Fate being officially translated.
Hell yes. Oh, it's dude, That is like absolutely insane to me. But also at the same time, like part of my brain is screaming like, dude, part of my brain is getting hype, not because I don't want Fate fans to have that, but like, dude, let's keep the streak going. Let's see how long we could take this bad boy, dude.
Dude, because like there's so many like things that get misconstrued about like larger Fate lore, type moon lore, just because like things aren't translated, and like
if there was an official translation to set the record straight,
it would be. But like honestly, as someone who's like, I've never been like an actual translator. The like work that I've done is proofreading specifically, but like I've been tangentially related to the field. I would much rather die than translate Fate. This is not a joke.
That what you're describing, I can only imagine is how like people felt, like translators felt all the way back when they were getting the part 5 scans from like the Chinese scans. Like,
dude,
I honestly would rather die than attempt to
I would
translate
much
this
rather
week.
Learn Mandarin and go through the Duang like raws and retranslate them into English. I would much rather go through the effort of learning a whole other language than try to translate Fate.
Oh, yes.
Like, I cannot stress this enough. It's not that it's impossible. It's just cumbersome. It's like Fate is ultimate edgy, and ultimate edgy things have to have names for things. And everything being named in some weird, wacky way is exhausting.
Jeez. Oh, man. Fate. We're this podcast, two sides of the same coin. We want the Fate translation. I think it'd be cool if they finally get like an official one. But at the same time, we need to keep going. Like, we need to keep this streak going.
You know, yeah, for the culture.
The culture.
At this point, it's being organically gatekept, and maybe for a good reason. Maybe
for good reason.
Dude, it starts getting translated, and all of a sudden, people are moving to England and also going to church again.
Yeah.
The great modern wave of Catholicism spun on by Japan.
The next crusades, like,
dude, the Cardinal of Japan, Raphael, he knows what's up. I'm almost positive that's actually his name. Raphael Masahiro something. Whatever. Yes, dude. What? That'll do it for us this week. We'll be back next week actually doing the chapter again. Sorry. In the meantime, hit us up on our Discord. It's a lovely little community. We've got lots of things to talk about, lots of places to talk about, lots of places where we can talk about. That's the statement. There we go. Got it in one. We've also got our social media at Paramecia Cast on Twitter, Paramecia Fancast everywhere else. Check us out on YouTube. If you're at work, that's a great place to just, be on instead of like randomly being on some website, such as parameciafancast.libsyn.com. That's a little sketchy. Your work's going to be like, what are you doing there? You could check us out on our YouTube instead. Our episodes go up every Monday, and yeah,
they're available on all the major podcaster platforms. Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts. We talked about it at the beginning of the show, but on Spotify and like iTunes and stuff, definitely leave us a like, leave us a rating on there. It definitely helps feed the algorithm. And like we say every week, it doesn't just go for us. Like, any content creator you like, definitely interact with them, even if it's, in a small way, because every little bit helps.
You'd really be surprised. Like, I feel like I already brought up the whole TikTok thing where people are like, oh, what's your favorite color? And it feels like pedantic to do, but like we see it, like our good friend Jer, album coming out soon, by the way, Bothered Unbothered by Bad Time Records, check it out. New single out just now, Decolonize Your Mind. Damn, it's like I had that like prepared.
Damn, it's like you had a gun to the back of your head.
Jeremy's like right behind me.
Yeah.
So like, Jer's a black queer artist in trying to like take back a genre from like weirdo white racist people, because like ska has a bad reputation in the United States because of the weirdos in the 90s and 2000s. Jeremy's trying to like rip that and rip it back to its roots, and like Jer gets a lot of negative interaction, like loads of people being like, oh, politics this, politics that, or whatever. That just does well for them. They eat good on that. Terrible for the psyche.
Oh, yeah.
But like, if that does good for your artist, imagine how much interacting and saying nice things would be.
Oh, wait a minute now.
Exactly. You don't have to be evil to people online. You could just be nice instead. What?
Yeah. Paramecia Fancast challenge for the week. Be nice to us. We bet you can.
The hardest challenge ever. What? Be nice at 3 a.m.
Yeah. Only 3% of people can be nice to us at 3 a.m. God, I'm cringe.
I fucking hate it here, man.